I think we've been playing faster than we did last year, coming into the second year in the system. But obviously, we still have some things to clean up, like run fits. But that's why we practice. But it's just the little things, we just gotta always give effort and just be running to the ball, and just we gotta get the ball back. Whether that's getting interceptions or punching the ball out like Frankie did. And I think we've been doing a good job of that.
Jermaine, is it tougher to, when you are out here on a day like today, to tag off on Christian or tackle?
Well, it's not real tough to tag off on Christian, it's just because of who he is. But you try to protect your guys, but at the same time, you just got to be competitive at all times. But like you said, it can be when it's somebody else back there. It can be a little difficult just to ease up a little bit, because we play a competitive, hard playing sport. But it's just practicing like a pro. That's all it is.
What have you seen out of him here? Obviously, he's a guy that missed a lot of time last year.
Yeah, I feel like he's hungry and he's just ready to go. He's the same guy. He's explosive. It looks like he hasn't lost a step, and I just can't wait to see what he does on the field.
Where have you seen your game grow with kind of the increase in reps here in this last half of camp?
Well, I'm definitely. I think I'm coming along in the past game. I feel like I was pretty good playing against the run. And I've always studied run fits and run gaps and stuff like that. But now I'm kind of learning more about the pass game, and I'm trying to use that to take me to the next level and become a better player.
How many snaps do you feel like you need against the Steelers in order to feel good to go for the regular season?
Oh man, well, I told the guys this past week I just wanted to get a clean hit on somebody, and I wasn't able to do that. So uh, first half, I guess is what's been said. So I'm cool with however many stops coach needs from us. If we need to play more than a half, then I'm willing to do that. Because I just love to play football, so I'm down for whatever.
During the broadcast, Steve Smith was very complimentary of you. He said that you could be, I think, the new QB of the defense. Did you hear those comments? And if not, what are your thoughts on him saying that about you?
Well, I was told the comments. It just comes with a lot of expectations. So a lot of expectations that I haven't had my past 3 years here. So I've been flying under the radar. Just one of the guys who's just coming in is working hard every day. So to hear him say that, it meant a lot. But at the same time, I'm still humble. Because I grew up, I watched a lot of football growing up. I know exactly who Steve Smith was. And, he was a legend here in Carolina. So I'm appreciative of his words, but I'm still humble at the same time.
Do you embrace those expectations, or you said that him saying that comes with expectations? How do you feel about that?
I definitely embrace it. I embrace it. I look at it as a challenge, and I like to look at myself as somebody who never backs down from a challenge, So I'm just looking forward to showing everybody what I'm capable of.
Do you feel like with Denzel out that you've earned the starting job? Do you feel like that you've done enough to prove that you?
Well, I definitely think I've earned the job, but it's still camp, camp quote unquote. But I'm still working to be the best player that I can be. I'm coming out here every day like I'm still a two. I'm still got that chip on my shoulder, and that's just how I always going to carry myself.
How similar is it kind of the last year where injury kind of forced you into the starting lineup, and how much did that period of time kind of help you really get a concept of how this defense is supposed to run?
Can you say that again? I'm sorry, I spaced out for a
How
second.
much period of time last year helped you kind of get to the grasp of where you are with this defense now?
Well, definitely last year definitely helped me because I was able to. They threw me in a couple reps early in the season. I didn't play that much, but when I got in there, I was ready to go. I always prepared and studied like I was going to be a starter, and that's just one of the things that I learned from my 3 years so far. Because my rookie year, I had a situation where it was week 16 and Shaq went down, and I was the next man up, and I can honestly say that I wasn't as prepared as I should have been, and I just didn't want that to be the case this time. So I took advantage of that, and I think I handled it pretty well.
Who's helped you develop the passing game more? Anybody you've leaned on for advice or help there?
Well, I've been watching some film of Luke. How he's played some passing situations. Coach Al Holcomb, he's been helping me out tremendously, and Coach Saravo. It just comes with more reps, and you're seeing things over and over, and I think that's probably the biggest thing.
And what you learn watching Luke?
Luke, he took a lot of shots, a lot of shots on plays, but he always made them. It was some plays where he wasn't in the right position, but he was just there to make a play. A game specifically I studied was the game in Thanksgiving a couple years back against the Cowboys when he picked off Tony Romo. I believe he was playing cover two, but at the same time, he was looking for the dig. You know, at cover 2, he has the run through, so he has to stay. If somebody's running through the middle, he has to stay on him. But, you know, he just kept his eyes, you know, just knowing the passing concepts. He kept his eyes out on one. He saw one coming in. He picked it off. Then the very next play, he did the same thing, you know. So just little things like that. I'm just trying to pick up. I'm a student of the game. I just try to learn as much as I can.
Was it beneficial having him in the building last year, or was he not? You know, I know he's a scout, not a coach.
Yeah, it was definitely beneficial, you know, just to be able to have him around and just to pick his brain, just continue to just hear what he thinks about the game. You know, it was sometimes during the week he would hold film sessions with us as linebackers. You know, we would just sit down, and I just like to listen to how he hears the game and how he explains and breaks it down. You know, he makes the game more simple.
You a little bigger this year, Jermaine?
I'm definitely bigger. Last season, I started camp around 217, 218. Right now, I'm up to 230. You know, so that was one of my main focuses, was putting on weight this offseason and getting stronger, you know, so I can hold up the whole season.
How'd you do it?
Well, it's just I train here this offseason. I train with our strength staff. I just stay consistent on my diet, you know, so whatever they was asking me to do, I was doing it.
Did you have to, like, really ramp up the calories? Like,
I didn't ramp up too much, you know, because when I was losing weight, I was just wasn't eating as much as I should have, you know, trying to. I would say I was trying to satisfy the coaches last year, you know, obviously how the situation played out. I saw it was playing Sam linebacker. Chin was playing Sam linebacker, and I also wanted to compete for that position, you know, because I felt like that was one of the 3 that I had a chance of last year. So I was worried about other people, which didn't help me out too much, you know. And as I took the focus to worry about myself, you know, it just made me a better person, a better player, and it just continued to make me a better player.
Jermaine, when you look at the Steelers coming in on Friday night, what kind of a challenge is that offense? Because how good will that be for you guys to face?
Well, it's definitely a challenge. Their offense, they bring a lot of things to the table. You know, they have a veteran quarterback. They like to run the ball. You know, they like to jet motion and run opposite. They run a lot of powers, a lot of counters, a lot of outside zone. You know, so we just got to have our eyes in the right places. We have to key the right people. You know, and I think we'll have a good game.